Hello, I hope you're having a great day. I want to introduce you to the legendary paper collage pack. First of all, I want to say that this video will be showcasing my new product. If you want to check out the rest of my channel, I give free value, advice, and tutorials for creators like yourself so that your videos look more professional. If you're interested in my product, I want to say thank you and let you know to enjoy the video. My name is Mark Jonathan Romero, the creative guru, and today I'm going to show you the solution I made to make stunning paper collage transitions in Premiere Pro without starting from scratch. This is the incredible paper transitions pack, which is available on my website, markjromero.com. It includes 15 4K made-for-you paper transitions for Premiere Pro in both 24 and 50 frames per second for your different use cases. My magnificent paper assets pack is also available and works with different editing softwares like DaVinci Resolve and CapCut. As long as you can change the blending modes and stack your layers, this will work with your software of choice. I actually want to show you this right here. These are the assets right here. So this will be also available. There's a lot in there and we're going to talk about that right now. It has 137 custom paper PNGs, 49 unique shapes of stars, rectangles, and circles, one master PSD file with all of the photos in a Photoshop format, 3 animated video overlays, and 18 scribble animations thrown in as a free bonus for a total of 285 files. Using this pack, you have total customization and choice on making your own stunning transitions like mine. I will show you how to do this later on in the video using the assets, just by the way. To celebrate this video and my first product, I will be combining my magnificent paper assets pack, the incredible transitions pack, and my creator's sound effects library all into one. The creator sound effects library will give you the sound effects that you need to make these transitions come to life. It has paper flips, paper tears, markers, pencils, and different paper sound effects, as well as a whole library filled of all the personal sound effects that I've used throughout my career. All of these products will combine and evolve to make the legendary value bundle, which will be available on my website for a discounted price. This deal will run for the first month after the release of this video. If you're watching this in the future, I still recommend it and I can personally vouch for this product. Clients and audiences alike both love paper transition effects, so this pack of all refreshing looks will be sure to be refreshing for them and give your creations a high-end feel. Make sure to tag me at The Creative Guru with the effects that you make with these transition packs. I'm looking forward to seeing how you use them and the different kinds of videos you make. So either just tag me or send them my way once they're posted. Thank you for listening to that intro. There's a lot of value to uncover here, and this is the longest video on my channel so far because we're going to be going over how to use these Premiere transitions, how to make your own transitions using the assets, and a few different bonus uses for the creators out there. With us going over all of those uses, I made sure to add a free sample pack down below so that you can test it, see how you like it, and learn how to make these for yourself. I recommend adding this video to your watch laters on YouTube so that you can watch it piece by piece and get the full value. This video took multiple sessions to record, so you might see different things changing throughout the video, like my shirt and the lighting. So I hope you like the video. Without further ado, let's get right into the value. Hello everybody, we are here in Premiere Pro now, getting ready to show off these new effects. So I want to highlight a few things as we're going to be going into this. I want to show you how quick, how efficient, and how beginner friendly these effects are. Anybody could pick these up and get the hang of it in a few minutes. These dashing young men are going to be our models for today. They're going to help us show off these transitions. One of the beauties of these drag and drops is that you can have photos that you maybe took during the shoot. I'll put some photos up on the screen now of some of the photos I have of my friends for this example, and then you can also use screenshots from the video that you're using. Just get the screenshots directly from the source footage and then you can use those as your photos. And then you can also throw in videos where the photos are going to be. That's an optional choice as well. Open the essential graphics and you'll see the library after you import them into Premiere Pro. So what you're going to see here is you're going to see different effects and transitions. You have a library here of paper transitions like this where they grow up in scale, and then you also have the collage effects. So for this collage effect, we're gonna go for the big one. We're gonna go 7 parts here at 50 frames per second. The parts is referring to how many screenshots and how many photos can be in the effect. So this one is 7 parts. There's gonna be 7 photos. As you can see here, they pile up 1, 2, 3, and it goes to 7. And then if it's something like the 3 part, you're gonna have three photos to choose from. So that's how you can tell. And then these ones over here, these transitions, they have a little something special. I'm going to show that off later as well. So we are going to grab our transition, just drag it and drop it in. As you can see, it loads in very fast. Now for the first few times, it might not load in as fast for you. It might take some time to load, but once they're in the computer, it is a very fast workflow. We're just going to drag it to the playhead of where we want the transition to be. So let's watch through. Right here with the frame that you want the transition on, you're going to want to hit the export frame. This camera, you can add that with the button editor. It's going to be here. And click the add frame and then just name it something. I'm going to call it the cheeker. There we go, with 2 E's. And then it's gonna go into, you can choose here the output. We're gonna add a new folder that says screenshots here, just for the tutorial. Just the more organized, the better the workflow. So we're gonna choose this, and then we're gonna make sure we import into project. So click import into project, and then you're gonna have the JPEG right here. So our first frame here, we're just gonna drag and drop that in. Very easy. Once the effect starts, as you can see here, that photo is going to pop up and it's going to be that frame that we took. So something that I also want to highlight is that these are in 4K. The footage I'm in right now is 1080p, so we're going to bring that scale down to 50, and then we're just going to make sure that it fits. We're going to go 52 even. So that's what I really wanted to show you. I have this folder here of the photos. For the next one, we're just going to choose this one, and I want to show you just how to control these even further. So say you have here, like I have, you have a screenshot and it's a portrait mode. So you can do scale to fill, and it'll automatically scale to fill. But say it's something like this, where you have the black bars on the side. What you want to do, all of the controls for you to control how the photo appears in the shapes is right here for you. So you have the scale, you have the positioning left to right, you can move it, and you have here on the right side a preview of how full this screen is going to be. I made purposefully these squares to be the size of a 4K, or just in general a rectangle, 16 by 19 I believe it is, and just so that once you take the screenshot, you can just put it in and you don't have to worry about all that. And then you can go through the process of just dragging and dropping your photos as you go. So for this one, we'll put the bros photo and then we'll just start placing these in. And once you have your photos, it really is this easy. It really is a drag and drop process. And you know, this is just a fast, quick and easy workflow that anyone can pick up on. I'm gonna go through here and make sure that all these photos are just how we want them. We're gonna put this to the test and see what the transition looks like, no editing, just right off the bat. So we're gonna go here, save it, and render it into out. Oh, very well. So right off the bat, excelente, bros. So check this out. We didn't have to do any really of the photo editing, and we have already a smooth transition rendered. with the flash coming in, you have the bro Adrian on the left, another flash, and you have the two bros. You have the bros in the middle, Joe Bro popping up on the left, and then this one is a little bit close. I mean, to me that looks great. This one is the only one I could say is a little close, but the beauty of this is that you could just change this transition on the fly. So say I want to switch it to that photo right here, we just drag and drop it. Hello everybody, this is Mark coming in, just wanting to say something. In this video, this is James, this is Chino, this is my guy, this is my right hand man right here. He's gonna be barking a little bit, so I just wanted to give you guys that heads up so you guys know who it is and what it is at hand. So this is James, if you guys want to say what's up. It's the homie, Maltese Poodle Mix. And back to the video, guys. Thank you for understanding. We'll get back, but we're gonna go here, put this one in and see how that looks, just because it's the middle. Ooh, actually that last photo just loaded in, and that looks really good too. I think this one is gonna look good. Normally it does take a few seconds for this frame here to catch up with the edit that you made. I think that right there, this is a beautiful shot right here. We have the collage right here of all the bros. We're gonna save it, render it out one more time, and then the final piece to make all of this come together is throwing in some sound effects. So that is what we're going to go ahead and do. As we can see here, if we look at it just like that, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Okay, so here I have a quick library of paper sounds that I put in here, create our sound effects library. So we're gonna go here to some of the paper sounds that I loaded in for this example here, and then we're gonna go here where this first frame comes in. I want to add a camera flash here because I feel that this is gonna be the part that it's like starts it all off, you know. Yeah, you see that comes up and it's the photo, it's the shot. You could tell that there's a photo shoot going on here. Then we're just gonna adjust these audio levels. You could just throw these on very quick and easy. -12 here. I'm gonna make sure that these are just where we want them with the audio. So let's take a look at this. Ooh. I think that looks pretty sweet. You know, you can use the audio that you like on here. You can switch it up and you know, line it up just how you want. You have full control. For this example, this is gonna be the final effect. As we can see here, it comes in, it has the audio, the sound effects, and it has the collage. So that was the first part of how to use these quick, normal collage transitions. And now we're gonna move in to part 2. So we're gonna throw up a quick effect to let you know that we're going into part 2. So welcome to the second part of this tutorial. The reason why I wanted to separate this from the collage to the second part is because these paper transitions, some of them have a different use. The ones here you'll see, like the growing, changing, the one parts, you only need to put a screenshot, and we're gonna do that in a second. But these ones over here that are the just normal transitions, they'll have the frames per second on them. They work a little bit differently, so I'm going to show you how to use these too. So grab the transition that you want. For us, we're going to choose the 4-section middle transition, and then we're just going to load it in. Loads fairly quickly, a few seconds. Set this to 50 because we're working in 1080p, and these transitions are in 4K. And then what we're going to want to be doing is going to the end of the clip. So the main reason I wanted to point this out is because unlike the first ones were just frames, as you can see here, it says your frame here before, and then it says your video here after. So you may be thinking, what does it mean to put the video here after, and why do I put a video? So this video here that we're going to transition into, the one that says bros colored, that's going to be the video that we put in here. So we're going to go into our, for me it's sample footage. I'm going to find bros colored. For you, it'll probably just be in the bin that you set up the video in. And then we're just going to drag it and drop it into here. that's one of my favorite parts of these transitions, is that you can also use videos in here. You don't even have to have them in the timeline. You can just allow it to you know, be in this essential graphics area, and you can just control it from here. So as you can see here, it ends here, but you may be thinking, okay, how do I get to this frame from this video? Because I placed the video in here and it just starts where the video starts. So come here, click the video that you're transitioning into, and then just click F, and that'll give you a time here. This one is 6:14. So we're gonna grab that, copy it, and then we're gonna go here onto this time section where it says this is the source in it. I don't think if you hover over it, it tells you what it is, but on this time, just click here and copy and paste that in. And then as you can see, it'll show the frame that we're transitioning into. Here is a pro tip for this. I recommend going back 10 frames. So this is 6:14, so we're gonna just go 6:04. Why that is because wait, hold on. Well, actually what we're gonna do is we're gonna drag it up a little bit. So we're just gonna set that back to 6:14, and you know, have that lip go into this. Basically what I'm getting at here is that you want to have this transition go into, you want to have this transition at least 10 frames before what this actual video is. You don't have to get it just right, you can really dial it in, but you just want to have it to be where you're gonna have a little bit of video playing before you transition into this rose color, this blue layer, because so the frame is going to come here and then it's going to switch to the video once this flash and the scale hits. So then it's going to give a few frames of that video, and then that's where it's going to transfer into the color. So that's why the video, it says video here after, because when it hits, I want there needs to be something to transition into. So you're going to want to do that. And then what we're also going to do is we're going to hide this layer, grab a screenshot of this frame, and then we're just going to name this Jaker chillin'. Once you have the screenshot, drag it into the before. What you're going to see here is that the frame is the first part of the transition where the paper is coming in. It'll scale up and then it'll hit, and then it'll go into the video, and then yeah, that full transition. So we're gonna quickly render this out so that you guys can see it in full time and see how this unfolds. So they also render fairly quickly. I don't want to say very quickly because it could be different for everybody. For me, they render in a few seconds. So as you can see here, chef's kiss. That's the key to this one. You just put the frame before, put the video after, and then line up the video, and then you should be good. So as we can see here, wow, full speed. Wow, that's a wild frame right here with Joe, bro. But if we just play it, we'll see it comes together and then it hits. And then just like last time, to make this effect come to life, we're gonna grab some of our paper sounds. So for this one, let's go for a multiple paper turn, drag that into here, and then line that up. And then where that flash hits, I want to get another camera flash. So let's do this camera shutter right here. Not a camera flash, but it'll give the same effect. Ooh, crispy. I mean, so let's just lower some of these levels right here. Put that at -8. Then we'll put this one at -5. Just so this is the finished product. Yeah, bros. Just 2 quick, simple sound effects will really make it come to life. So after that, this part of the video, you've learned how to do the normal collage and the normal frames, and you've also learned how to do these transitions that have the videos in them as well. So we're just going to quickly watch through the whole thing real quick just to see our progress, and then we're going to move on to the next part where I'm going to show you how to use these for short form content, so vertical style. So check this out. Oh yeah, dude. Very, very nice, guys. Okay, so we have that, and then we're gonna add a quick title screen here so that you know that we're going into the vertical section. So here I have this separate sequence set up here with some vertical footage here of the bros. And we're gonna go into our essential graphics where we have our transition library, and then you may be thinking, Mark, okay, so all of these are set for horizontal. How are we gonna do this in vertical style? So for this one, we have this circle that's growing up. So we're just gonna do that. And then for all of the one part transitions, drag it all the way to the left. We're gonna go here, and then we're going to go to 50, set it to 50 again. And then you go here and you'll see that it's still vertical. It's like, I mean, not vertical, it's still horizontal. But you go here, and then what you'll do is you'll just set the rotation to -90 on this. -90, and then you'll see that it takes up the whole vertical space. So this is the short form content method right here, because I've used this in short form content before, and I just think it looks so good, bro. So good, so quick, and really just levels up the content. So instead of doing a lens flare or a different type of transition, you could just sauce it up a little bit more, shake it up, give it a little bit of that style, that steez. So we are going to name this frame. If you didn't see what I did, because I was kind of working while just talking, we went here to the end to this frame that we're going to transition into, and we're going to export this. So let's call this one Adrian with 3 N's. Click OK. Go here into your bin where you have the screenshots, and then just drag and drop that in. And then you're going to be thinking, wait, this is totally on the side right there. Why is that on the side? We filled it up on the screen, but how do we make this the right side up? The good thing about the motion graphics template is not only can you move the position and the scale, but you can move the rotation also. So we're going to set this to 90, and then voila, just like that. It's looking good. And then this is a little bit up on the scale, just because if you remember, it was horizontal, so it's scaled to fit on the horizontal. But for this, I'm pretty sure you could just set it to 100. No, not 100. Set it to 200. Yeah, 200. And then it'll be just the frame that we end off on. Save it, render it, just like that. You just put for short form content, put the screenshot in there, rotate the actual video -90, and rotate the photo 90, and then that's it. And then just make sure the scale is set to 100 to 200, depending on if you're in 4K or 1080p. Very nice and easy. Now we're just gonna sit here and wait for this to render. Make sure you're drinking water, make sure you're staying hydrated. Nice. So that rendered in as we were hydrating ourselves. These transitions are so clean. So clean. Nice, bro. So we have a clean looking transition right there. And then once again, we are going to grab a few sound effects. So camera shutter 6, let's grab that. Take a look. This is the finished product. Control S, save it real quick. Control S, save this real quick. And then there you go. That is how to use these pre-made transition effects in Adobe Premiere Pro very quick, very easy, effective, clean, and will just add a little bit of extra flavor, a little extra sauce on your video. You feel me? Have a good one. I'll see you in the next part. We're gonna transition now, right there. That post magic editing. There you go. Hello, family. Welcome back to the second part. Well, the second big part of the tutorial. So the first part was checking out how we use the pre-mades, and now we're gonna make them ourselves with the assets, the paper assets. So this is the thesis of the lesson today, is that how you do this is you get them into Photoshop and edit them, you bring them back into Premiere Pro, and you animate them with some sound effects. So 3 simple steps. You just, get your frame, take it into Photoshop, and then put it back with some animation. So let's take a look at the sample footage for today. We have jolly good chap, my friend Manny here, Fighter Manny. Shout out Manny, Big Boy Manny on Instagram. We'll have him in there. He's a boxer. So this is what we want to transition right here. So this frame into the frame where he's there, up close and personal with the cam. We're gonna go 5 frames in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So this is where we're gonna transition into. Like before, we export the frame by hitting this camera button. We export the frame. Let's call this Manny up close. We'll call that Manny up close, and then it's gonna be in our paper pack sample footage screenshots. We hit OK, and then unlike before, where we're gonna go into the bin and then put it in when we do it from scratch, now we're gonna take this photo into Photoshop. So here I have a table set up with the dimensions of the video that we're working with. It's 1080p. So we're gonna go here to the folder that it was saved under. It was saved under sample footage and screenshots. So it's right here. Now we're just gonna drag it and drop it into the project. And then it should take up the whole project. And then once we have our screenshot in there, we're gonna grab any of our paper assets. So for me, it's gonna be here inside of my paper asset pack. For this example, we're going to use this texture right here of the 6 folds. So it's gonna be 4 parts in total. So we're gonna grab these parts. This is the beauty of having the actual assets, is that it's fully customizable, and you can really choose which parts you use. You can mix them in from stars, circles, and rectangles. It's really up to you. For this example, we're going to be using a rectangle, so we're just going to enter on all of these, let them load in the pieces, and then all right, that looks good to me. We're going to select them all by holding shift and going down to this bottom, select them all, and then hold option and scale it all the way up to the edges, right up to the edges of the video. So now that we have that in there and we have all of these separated, this is also, I'm just gonna say, this is also the good part about these packs, is that these sections of the assets are already split up for you. You don't have to go and cut them up as you go. Just each of these parts is already ripped and separated for you. So it makes it a lot easier for us. We just go here to our frame, we right click onto it, and then we hit create clipping mask. And that's gonna mask only into one of the layers. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna disable the rest of them and the background so that it's on a transparent background. And then we're gonna set the blending mode to screen. Screen here, I'm gonna turn the background to black just so that you can see a little bit better. Screen is the intended background for this, or the intended blending mode, but if you want to do a different style, as you can see here, a bit more of a harsher look with the color dodge, and then different ones you have, if you want to go inverted, you could use the divide blending mode. The one that's just almost the essential version is just doing the screen blending mode. So that's in there. And then we're going to disable the background, and then we're going to be able to export this. We're just going to hit quick export, and then we're going to call it Manny Transition P1. And then we're gonna get it into this sample footage, and then we're just gonna put edited here, make a new folder to make it very organized for us. So same thing here. You're gonna repeat this process of just exporting with the clipping mask for each of the parts. We're just gonna rename this part 2, and then we're just gonna move down the line here.
A few moments later.
Now that we're done with that part, we're gonna go back into Premiere Pro. We're gonna double click here. We're gonna double click anywhere that we like. For me, I'm just gonna do it right here, or I'm gonna do it in the photos library, just keep it organized, you know. We're gonna do that, and then we're gonna go into our sample footage, screenshots, edited, where we saved it, and then select all of these and import them. All right. So this where my playhead is at, that's where we want the transition to end. So we're gonna drag, and then we're gonna cut. We're gonna make sure that these only go to the end of where my playhead is. What we're gonna do here now is just simply choose each one of these frames and then make them come in one at a time. So we're just gonna cut these as we go, and then as you see, they come in like that. Even that right there with no animating looks good. But for us, we're gonna go the extra mile. We're gonna accept the challenge, and then we're gonna animate these going in. So very quickly, we're gonna drag the transform effect from the effects tab here. It's gonna be under distort. Grab the transform effect, then put a toggle animation, this timer, on the position. That's gonna create a keyframe. So get one of those, and then make 2. So make one a few frames in, and then make another one off to the left, and then go back to the first one and then drag it out. We're just gonna do a simple, we're just gonna drag it out, and then we're gonna hit ease out on this side and then ease in on this other side. That way that this animation, instead of being a line like this, it becomes smooth like that. And then we're gonna drag this circle here, so where the graph becomes pretty much a roller coaster, and that'll make it smoother going into it and then faster when it's coming in. There we go. And we made sure to add motion blur, by the way. That's what I was doing. I added a shutter angle at 360 degrees, and then you just make sure that this is checked, and that'll make it so that when it's coming in, it has a little bit of a motion blur, makes it look smooth and just aesthetically pleasing. So once we have this transform effect, the good thing is we just copy that and then paste it onto the other ones. So very simple. And then we just all we do here is go to the original frame, and then we just put it in a different position, because we don't want it to go from the left on that side. You know, we on this side, we want to have it come from the other side. So the one on the right came from the right and moved left, and on the left side, we're gonna make it come from the left and move into the right. This is similar to having your own presets, to where you just copy and paste it in. We're gonna do this with each frame, and on this one, we are going to have it come in almost there, right where it was at, but we're gonna have it come in from the top. So that comes in, that comes in, that comes in, and then this last one, we're gonna copy this transform and then put it here in the bottom, or in the last frame. And then what I meant by bottom is we're gonna have this coming in from the bottom instead of from the top. And then just like that, we have an animation. Check it out. So each one of these is coming in, and then at the end it hits right there. What we're gonna do is we're gonna grab a adjustment layer just like this and put it here at the top, so in between this frame and the next frame right here. Cut it to size, just how we did here. And then we're gonna add a flash. I have a flash preset, but for this I'm just gonna show you how to do it because it's quick. Go to effects and grab a contrast, brightness and contrast color correction. Put it here. Toggle an animation on the brightness, one on the side, one where it hits, then one at the end. And then here, set this brightness all the way up. Not all the way up, but I set it to 100 just so that it's noticeable, you know, and then ease into these frames and ease out from the first frame. So just like that, on that hit, you have it flash and then smoothen out. It just makes it a little bit smoother for the audience, for the viewer, so that, you know, they don't visually see the change from paper to video. They'll just see that flash, and then before they know it, they're in the video. So that looks great. That looks really good to me. And then the cherry on top. The cherry on top is these sound effects. Just to tie it all together, we're gonna make sure the audio peaks matches up with the flash. So we're gonna drag it out a little bit more. And right there, that's where it hits. Excellent. And we're gonna -8 on the volume. We're gonna make sure these fade out like this. Drag these boxes, make sure these fade out so it's not such an abrupt stop. Yeah, I'm loving it. This ain't McDonald's, but we loving it. You feel me? All right, so I think that was great. That was how to use these paper assets to make your own paper transition effects. That was that. And then, so we learned how to make the pre-mades. You know how to make the normal assets. Go out and do your thing. Go out, become the ultimate paper master. So I think that looks great, man. So in this portion, we're gonna go into the bonus uses, the mystical bonus uses. What are these bonus uses? You're gonna find out in this next portion of the video. So I'll see you guys in this next portion. Love you. If you have made it to the end of the video, we're gonna throw some confetti on the screen for you because you've made it to the bonus section. We're here, we're saying, what are these bonus sections? What are the bonus sections? All right, what are these? Okay, so we're gonna run through them. You may have seen that I like to do these paper style graphics and graphic design, and that is the first bonus. Using it for graphic design. As you can see here, just even throwing these into your graphic will enhance it and make it more unique. This is a how to use that I added in my last product. It was just a PDF on how to use it, and I said, what can I add in here that'll just make it pop? Added one of these and it looks great. Added some arrows as well, just some hand drawing there. But these paper effects will enhance your graphic design skills. So that is number 1. This is the Mark's birthday party invite right here. So say I wanted to make myself a birthday invitation and I wanted to use one of these paper effects. I have just 2 of them loaded in here, a circle and a square. All you do, just like how you're going to do in the transitions, is you're going to add a clipping mask and then add a blending mode of whichever one you choose. There's a multitude to choose from. And then the great thing about Photoshop is you have liberty to change the levels. You can add a little bit more detail in there if you want. You can change the levels on the actual paper itself so that it brings out and makes it more clear. It's all up to your design. Number 2, which has a ton of different uses, is video frames. As we can see here, I tend to use video frames. Sometimes I'll do a quick message from the Bible, and I tend to use these paper effects to bring in the scripture. And this one, I'll use these white pages. These white pages are the ones that I use for my short form content. There's different ones to choose from here, along with all of the normal black pages. These ones are more geared towards short form content. You have small ones, you have long ones, then you have jagged edges and crumpled ones. So I tend to switch through them and do different things with them. the great thing about short form content is, say I wanted to use this page, I'll scale it up, I'll rotate it. And the thing is, these are more than I believe, I don't want to say more than 4K resolution, but these are 4K resolution, and you won't be able to tell the difference. Say if I wanted to do it like this, stretch it out, did that. No, you would just believe that that is what the piece of paper looks like. So in your short form content, it is just so customizable, and you can use them over and over again. I personally use these. So say I wanted to use this verse right here, John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only son, that everyone who believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life. I believe this is the English Standard Version, but say I wanted to use this verse. We're going to go here, right click, just like last time, create clipping mask. Instead of the screen on these white pages, you're going to want to use the linear burn. If we zoom in here, you're going to be able to see that paper texture on the outsides and those dots in the linear burn. And compared to the multiply, so this is the multiply, this is the linear burn, it has a little bit more of that texture and it saturates the colors a little bit more, so that's why I go for that. So say I want this one, and what I'll do normally when I'm doing these in a video is just to add a little bit more of a style to it, a flavor. I'll go here to the bottom of it and I'll add a drop shadow so that if you see here, it comes out of the background a little bit more. So these are some examples, this one and that one. And then there's also these frames that I'll use from these scribble packs. I'll just throw some of these in there, and it enhances the video just so that it has a little bit more of a personalized style and feel to it. That is that. As you can see here, we'll just stretch this out. Say you want this, but you don't want to stretch it out and distort it. What you can do, release the clipping mask and then outline the back, and then just hit the generative fill, and then Photoshop will do its magic, and then it should fill this in with a similar background to what we have right now. So yeah, there we go. Select both of them, click Command E to merge them together, then create the clipping mask, reshow it, and then you don't have to worry about those white backgrounds. That's the trick that I use. And then just add the drop shadow, and then just like that, you have a piece of paper add that linear burn. You have that piece of paper for your video frames, enhancing your videos, enhancing that style, and making it stand out from the normal videos that you would see online. So I'm just gonna write this here. We're just gonna write a big thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching those bonus uses. Really quickly also, while I have your attention, I'm gonna find them real quick. If you want to use the overlays in this pack, just find the one that you want, bring it over here, and then add the blending mode to screen, and you're gonna have that paper texture changing every few frames. So thank you for watching this video. We're gonna put it off to the ending right now. I'll see you guys there. All right, so again, I want to thank you for coming to this video. Thank you for checking it out. Thank you for watching through to the end. If you did, have a good one, everyone. May the Lord bless you and protect you. May he show you his favor and give you his blessings. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.